You know, as I think about how I started writing, I remember that back in the 3rd or 4th grade, I used to write little plays for my classmates to do. And it would be about some event or some person in history, and different kids would be different people. And so I wrote these little plays for them to perform. I think if you're going to be a writer, it almost has to be in your genes. It's got to be part of your DNA. I did start writing for my children, really, because they started asking questions, and that lent itself to different books. But I think it has to be in your blood if you're going to do it. Well, that took probably when I seriously got into trying to get it published, because it sat on the shelf for a long time. But when I went to a writers' conference and acquired an agent and set about getting a publisher, it still took about 1.5 to 2 years. The favorite one that I wrote so far, I would probably say, is What Sound Does the Butterfly Make? It was the first book I wrote, and it was a lot of fun writing it because the children got involved with different animal sounds and animal noises as we were thinking about the sounds that butterflies make or anybody else makes. So it was just a family fun memory. I'm toying around with a couple different ideas, so I'm not really sure which way I'm going to go. I might do another book that the schools would use with the English language, something that would be fun for the kids to help them learn different, just the different nuances of the language. Or I might do something about some of the life lessons that I've learned in my 72 years of living. I have, well, the first 2 that I got published, which are not the first 2 that I wrote, but this one is What Do You Call an Ant? And this the schools do use. It is a riddle book that teaches vocabulary words, and it has a fun surprise ending with a harmony in it. This one is What Did You Bring Me? And of course that was inspired by my grandchildren and my children, who would quite often ask, did you bring me anything? So it also has a life lesson in it. I like to write books with a little bit of lessons in them so that the kids grow and get something out of the book. The best part about being an author, for a children's book author, for me, is going to the schools and doing readings with the children, because they're just so much fun. They come up with great words. They have fun listening to it. They give me different ideas for different things I could have written in the book. And one second grader wrote me a letter, a thank you letter for coming to class and reading to her class. And she's told me the whole entire class loved my book. It doesn't get much better than that.